Listen closely, because this did not reach you by accident. Something in you paused for a reason. Something in you knew there was a message waiting here. Maybe you have been trying to stay strong. Maybe you have been telling yourself you are fine. Maybe you have been smiling in front of people while carrying a storm no one can see. But tonight feels different. Tonight, something hidden is rising to the surface. There is a person who cannot fully let you go. They carry your memory into the late hours. They feel your absence when the world gets quiet. And before this message ends, you may understand why your heart has been restless, why certain thoughts return at night, and why a shift is happening now. So stay with me. Do not click away. Because what is coming next may put words to something your soul has felt for a long time. There is someone who thinks about you when the lights are out and the noise is gone, when the day can no longer distract them, when there is no crowd to hide inside, no work to bury themselves in, no easy lie to calm their mind. That is when you return to them, not as a passing thought, not as a small memory. You arrive like a presence, strong, constant, unfinished. They lie still, but inside them everything moves. Their mind replays your voice. Their chest tightens at the memory of your energy. They remember little things, the way you looked at them, the way your silence said more than words, the way one moment with you could stay alive for weeks after it ended. They try to sleep, but the night keeps pulling them back to the same place, back to your name, back to your face, back to the version of life that felt real when you were in it. And if this feels strangely familiar, if your heart has been sensing something it cannot explain, keep listening, because this is where the deeper truth begins. Some connections do not disappear just because people stop speaking. Some bonds stay alive in the unseen spaces, and that is why peace has felt close some nights and far away on others. During the day they manage, or at least it looks that way. They answer messages, they do their work, they laugh when other people laugh. They say they are okay. They act like time has solved everything. But the truth does not live in daylight alone. The truth waits for evening. It waits for the moment the room gets still and the mask starts to slip. That is when their real feelings come forward. They check old conversations. They stare at your picture longer than they should. They begin to type something, then erase it. They put the phone down, pick it up again, walk to the window, stand there in silence. Wonder where you are. Wonder if you ever feel them reaching for you. Wonder if you have truly moved on, or if some part of you still turns when their energy comes near. This happens more often than you think, more often than they would admit. And here is the part that matters. It is not only memory keeping you alive in them. It is regret. It is unfinished emotion. It is the quiet knowledge that something important was not handled with courage when the moment was there. That is why they cannot fully rest. That is why the night keeps opening the same door. And that is why your spirit may have been picking up signals long before your mind had proof. You may have felt it in strange ways. A sudden wake-up in the middle of the night. A heavy feeling in your chest with no clear reason. A memory of them appearing out of nowhere while you were doing something ordinary. A song playing at the exact wrong time. A random stillness, followed by a wave of emotion that did not seem to belong to the moment you were in. You tried to explain it. Maybe you told yourself it was stress. Maybe you said it was just your imagination. But deep inside, a quieter part of you knew there was more. Human beings feel more than they can always explain. Hearts remember what the mind tries to bury. Energy travels in ways language cannot fully hold. And when a connection has depth, distance does not always silence it. Sometimes silence makes it louder. Sometimes separation sharpens what comfort once kept hidden. So if you have felt pulled, nudged, stirred, or suddenly emotional without a visible cause, Do not dismiss yourself so quickly. There are things happening beneath the surface. There are emotions moving in the unseen. And while you should never give your whole life to a maybe, you should also not ignore what your spirit has been trying to tell you. Stay grounded, stay wise, but stay aware. Because the next part is where the story turns. The truth is, they were not only afraid of losing you, they were afraid of what being loved by you would ask them to face inside themselves. You saw too much. You reached places in them other people never touched. Around you, they could not hide behind easy roles for long. Around you, they felt exposed in a way that was both beautiful and frightening. You made them feel seen, and for a person carrying old pain, that can feel dangerous. So instead of leaning in, they stepped back. Instead of speaking clearly, they became distant. Instead of being honest, they became quiet. Not because you were too much, because what they felt was too real. Because real love asks for truth, and truth scares anyone who has built a life on emotional survival. They may have told themselves they needed space. They may have called it bad timing. They may have acted like walking away was mature, practical, necessary, but deep down, they were running from intensity they did not know how to hold. And that running has a cost. It always does, because you do not escape a true feeling by avoiding it. You only delay the lesson. You only carry the unfinished weight into more nights, more silence, more restless hours where your own heart becomes the place you can no longer hide from. That is the burden they are living with now. But this story is not only about them, it is also about you, and something powerful has changed inside you. Once you waited, you watched your phone too closely, you read old messages, you replayed conversations in your mind, you tried to decode mixed signals, you blamed yourself for things that were never yours to carry. You kept the door open long after your heart had started bleeding from the draft. You told yourself to be patient. You told yourself love meant understanding. You told yourself maybe one more day, one more week, one more sign would bring clarity. But pain has a way of teaching what comfort never can. Slowly, through disappointment, silence, tears, and long nights of self-confrontation, you began to return to yourself, not all at once, not in one dramatic moment, but piece by piece. You stopped checking as often. You stopped chasing explanations. You stopped begging in your mind for clarity that should have been given freely. And something sacred grew in that space: self-respect, calm, emotional strength. A deeper understanding that love is not meant to keep you stuck in confusion. This is important, so hear it clearly. Your healing changed the energy. Your decision to choose peace changed the entire field around this connection. And whether they can name it or not, they feel that difference now. They feel that you are no longer standing in the same place. They sense that your life is moving again, that your energy is no longer circling around their silence, that the version of you who would wait forever is gone. This does not mean your heart became cold. It means your heart became wise. It means you finally understood that your peace is worth protecting. Your love is valuable. Your time is sacred. Your tenderness is not something to place endlessly at the feet of someone who cannot decide. This shift is powerful because it is quiet. It is not loud revenge. It is not bitterness. It is not a performance. It is simply a soul that has stopped abandoning itself. And that kind of change can be felt from far away. They feel it when the memory of you no longer brings easy comfort, but urgency. They feel it when they realize they may not be able to return to the old version of you, the one who kept every light on, every door unlocked, every hope waiting on the table. They feel the loss of access. They feel the possibility that your heart may now require honesty, maturity, and courage to enter. And that reality shakes them, because people often wake up when they sense they may truly lose what they thought would remain available forever. That is when delay begins to feel dangerous. That is when silence begins to feel like a mistake they may not be able to undo. So now the pressure builds, quietly at first, then more deeply. They start seeing reminders. Your name appears unexpectedly. A place brings you back. A song hits too hard. A random moment becomes emotional for no visible reason. The things they push down keep rising. They dream more vividly. They wake with your memory already in the room. They try to move through normal life, but normal does not feel normal anymore. Something is off. Something is unfinished. Something keeps pulling at the edge of their focus. And no matter how much they try to reason with it, the feeling remains. They are getting closer to the point where silence no longer feels safer than truth. This matters because people do not change when it is comfortable. They change when the cost of staying the same becomes too heavy to carry. Right now, that cost is growing inside them. The absence they created no longer protects them. It haunts them. The space they thought would help them forget has become the place where memory grows louder. The walls they built are no longer shelter. They are becoming a prison. And if you have been feeling that something is shifting, you are not imagining it. There are moments in life when movement begins before evidence appears. You feel the weather change in the spirit before the first drop of rain hits the ground. Still, hear this with clarity. Their awakening is not your assignment. Their confusion is not your burden. Their regret is not proof that you must pause your life and wait for them to catch up. This is where many people lose themselves. They sense movement and immediately hand their peace back to uncertainty. Do not do that. Do not return to sleepless waiting. Do not shrink your growth just because someone now feels the weight of what they almost lost. Let them face their own truth. Let them take their own steps. Let them prove through action what words alone can never secure. You are not here to rescue anyone from the consequences of fear. You are here to live fully, love cleanly, and remain faithful to the peace you fought so hard to build. If they come forward, let it be clear. Let it be honest. Let it be consistent, not half-open, not vague, not wrapped in confusion and old excuses, because you are no longer available for emotional smoke. You are no longer a waiting room for someone else's courage. And if this part hits deep, remember it. Save it in your heart, because many people hear beautiful words and forget the lesson. Real connection is not only about feeling, it is also about choice. It is about presence. It is about truth made visible. Without that, longing is only longing. It is not yet love in its mature form. And yet, something meaningful is happening here. You have changed in a way that makes you ready for a different kind of love. A calmer love. A clearer love. A love that does not ask you to betray yourself in order to keep it. The pain you walked through did not destroy you. It revealed you. It stripped away illusions. It showed you where you were settling for fragments while calling it fate. It taught you that being deeply emotional does not mean being endlessly available to confusion. It taught you that softness and strength can live in the same heart. You can be kind and still have standards. You can care and still step back. You can feel deeply and still refuse what drains your spirit. That is growth. That is power. That is the kind of beauty no one can fake for long. And this is why your future is not tied to one person's choice. Your future is tied to your own alignment, to your healing, to the love you are now capable of receiving because you no longer confuse intensity with devotion. Whether this person returns or not, life is not closing around you, it is opening. A better emotional standard is forming, a better rhythm is becoming possible, and what is truly meant for you will not require you to live in constant emotional hunger just to keep the connection alive. If they do reach out, it may happen after many nights of almost doing it, almost sending the message, almost making the call, almost choosing vulnerability over fear. And if that moment comes, you will recognize something different, not only in them, but in yourself. You will notice that your whole world no longer hangs on a reply. You will notice that your breath stays steady. You will notice that you are able to listen without collapsing into old hope. That is healing. That is freedom. It does not mean you will not feel. It means your feelings no longer own you. You can meet the moment without losing your center. You can hear an apology without abandoning discernment. You can receive affection without dropping your boundaries. And if they truly want to return, they will have to meet this version of you, the wiser version, the calmer version, the one who knows that love must come with honesty, not mystery, with effort, not excuses, with clarity, not emotional fog. This is the new reality. No one gets the old access without new intention. No one steps back into your life just because they feel lonely at midnight. They must come with truth. They must come with steadiness. They must come ready to build what fear once made them avoid. Anything less is only another lesson in disguise. And if they never come, that is not the tragedy your old self might have believed it to be. The deeper tragedy would be losing yourself again for someone who could not meet you. The real loss would be forgetting your worth just because another person could not recognize it in time. So no, their silence does not define your future. Their delay does not reduce your value. Their fear does not cancel the love life still has for you. You are not here to be chosen late as proof that you were always enough. You were enough before the message, before the memory, before the regret, before the return, before the apology, before any of it. And once you truly know that, everything changes. You stop begging life for crumbs. You stop calling confusion romantic. You stop asking the universe to send back what only taught you how to leave yourself. Instead, you become available for what is honest, what is mutual, what is present, what does not disappear every time things get real. This is why your path still holds beauty. This is why peace can live in you even before answers arrive. This is why tonight is not about waiting for another person to wake up. It is about recognizing that you already have. And once a soul wakes up to its own value, it does not easily return to emotional darkness. So let this be the moment you remember who you are. You are not forgotten. But more important than that, you are not lost. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not meant to spend your life measuring your worth by who stayed silent. There is love ahead that will not require detective work. There is peace ahead that will not collapse every time your phone is quiet. There is joy ahead that will not ask permission from another person's hesitation. Keep your heart open, yes, but keep your standards awake too. Trust what is calm. Trust what is clear. Trust what shows up. Trust what stays. If someone is thinking of you every night, let that truth do what it will inside their own soul. Your task is different now. Your task is to keep walking, keep growing, keep becoming the person your pain prepared you to be, because you are not standing at the edge of loss. You are standing at the edge of a new life. And whether love returns in a familiar face or arrives through a door you do not yet see, it will meet a stronger version of you, a wiser one, a softer but steadier one. The kind of person who no longer asks, "Will they choose me?" but instead asks, "Does this love honor the peace I fought to build?" That question will protect your future. And maybe that is why this message found you now. Not to send you backward, but to confirm what your spirit has already been learning. Yes, someone may still carry you in the quiet hours. Yes, your absence may be speaking loudly inside a heart that once chose distance. Yes, movement may be building in ways you cannot yet see, but your life is bigger than being remembered. Your story is bigger than being missed. You are here to live, not merely to haunt someone else's midnight thoughts. So breathe deeply. Let go of the need to control what happens next. Release the pressure to predict the ending. Let your heart rest in something stronger than signs and suspense. Rest in your growth. Rest in your self-respect. Rest in the truth that what is real will reveal itself without forcing you to abandon your dignity. And if this message touched something hidden in you, hold on a little longer, because the next chapter of your life will not be built on confusion. It will be built on truth, on peace, on self-worth, on a love that does not arrive to test your value, but to meet it. Until then, keep your light, keep your calm, keep moving. The night may carry your name to someone far away, but the morning still belongs to you.